Hi folks, Paul here. In a previous video I talked about how I go about designing these 3D printed bits and pieces for my Powerwall, and a few commenters said, ooh, I wish I could get myself a 3D printer. So this is my quick little recommendation. This is the printer that I've got. It's a Printrbot Junior that I bought in 2013, and it has served me very well. It will only print PLA, polylactic acid. It won't print ABS because it doesn't have a heated bed. That's been good enough for everything I've wanted to do, so I'm pretty happy. I haven't had to muck about with it too much. It was a cheap kit set, $360 US back in 2013. At the time, this was getting quite good reviews in Make magazine. So, based on my good experience with Printrbot, my recommendation would be this thing here, which is called the Printrbot Smalls Kit. It's basically the modern day equivalent of the thing that I got, which used lots of wooden panels, which is kind of old school. This one is all metal panels, which makes it much more rigid, much more solid, which allows you to get even better precision printing. It also has a auto bed leveling sensor. It's got pretty good motors, and it is, for the price, I reckon, definitely worth a look. The drawbacks with it is, once again, it doesn't have a printed bed, it doesn't have a large print area, and it doesn't have an enclosure, so it won't do ABS. But once again, we're only talking $298 US. So if you're unsure about this whole 3D printer business, one option is to buy something that is pretty good but cheap, which would be this thing here, and give it a go. And if you find that it's all very useful and you love it, then you can either take this one and upgrade it, because you can upgrade the printer bed and the Z-axis to print larger things. You can add a heated print bed to this. It's an open source thing, so that it's quite good for the wider community, I think. I love the fact that it's upgradable, and there's also, at the moment, they are doing an assembled version for another $100. I would suggest that the kit will be reasonably straightforward to build. Printrbot also do printers with larger volumes, so that's worth a look. Yeah, so that would be my recommendation. The other thing that I would recommend doing is go and have a look at Maker's Muse on YouTube. He's got a great channel. He looks at various 3D printers, at software. He knows what he's talking about. So that's definitely worth a look. And in amongst his recommendations is, he talks about the Prusa i3 and the Wanhao duplicator, which are both larger volume printers that are worth a look. So there you have it. That would be my suggestion. Start off cheap but reasonable quality prints and go from there. I hope that has been useful for you. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time. Cheers!